Alright everybody, this is a little short video here of the bike. Did some upgrades here over the past couple weeks after I got out for the first time. Realized a couple things that I needed to be fixed and a couple things that just cosmetically I wanted to change, because that's how owning a motorcycle is. So yeah, I just want to take a little video here, show you guys some of what got updated. You can see some of it obviously. If you saw the last video, you can see what's changed already. So we'll just go over them quick. Obviously a new graphics kit. I was really fortunate to pick this one up. It was on clearance from, I think it was Rocky Mountain ATV. It was the last one they had in the warehouse anywhere to fit this bike. So, you know, it's not the latest model of graphics out there, but fits the bike. Got it on clearance and was fortunate to pick it up. The seat cover was new too. I took the old seat cover off and found the stock seat cover underneath it. So the last time that had a seat on it, it was 2 layers, and below that the foam was just completely thrashed. Obviously right here in the knee area, I mean it wears through pretty quick, so had to get new foam and a new seat cover. We'll see how it works out. I'm not totally sure about the installation of the seat cover here. Had a local upholstery shop do it. If I'm picky, you know, the pattern is a little off center and there's 1 or 2 ripples here, so we'll see how it works out. It's a dirt bike, but you know, sometimes I guess I can be too picky. But also some functional things. The grips before, there was a Renthal soft compound half waffle on the throttle side, and there was a Renthal firm compound on the clutch side, so that was kind of annoying. Replaced those with brand new Renthal half waffle soft compounds. That's my preference. What else? New bars. Realized last time that the Renthal bars that were on there were slightly bent. The bike had been laid down before, I can tell by the fork stops. And the subframe is just slightly off. Again, dirt bike, it's gonna get crashed, but replace the bars. Found this really good deal on this set of Vortex bars on eBay. Guy was selling them, they were brand new, never installed. So I got those mounted up, really excited about that. I like the black handlebars and the white crossbar pad. So I got those all straight. Also, one thing I added is this little guy here. This is a Sport Count stopwatch, basically. So you can see it comes on, so as I'm riding here I can just hit time, and as I'm riding out in the woods or on a track, even if I get there, you know, I can just keep track of how many minutes I've been out riding. It's a conditioning thing for me. I was really surprised last time when I took that first video up at Croom, got back and was watching the video and realized that we were out there for like a half hour. I was like shocked by that, and no wonder why I was beat and tired so, you know, so quick on the first ride of the day. So wanted to get that. It's meant for swimming, so it's waterproof, which is kind of cool, and it just has a little strap. It's meant to go on your finger as you're doing swimming laps, so you can just be swimming along and hit the button and keep time of stopwatch. There's no lap counter or anything like that in this model. They do sell ones that have lap counters built in. They even sell one that's meant for dirt bikes and BMX, but it's about $20 more from what I was seeing, and the only real difference I can find is the strap is a little bit different for shock resistance. We'll see. This was pretty inexpensive, so added that for just some personal timekeeping. What else? Also I got this set of frame guards. It's hard to see in the shadow here on this side. But I was either going to get the aluminum frame guards, which is pretty common, but then I saw these, same plastics company as the, you know, the rest of the stuff. Cherubies, I think is, no, this is UFO, I think. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Anyway, so this is the frame guards that I picked up. I liked them because they were about 1/3 of the price of the aluminum ones. Man. Excuse me, pollen is just crazy right now. So these are about 1/3 of the price. They're probably going to beat up quicker. I get it. But the way I figure it, these can get thrashed, beat up, and I can replace them 3 times before I get to the price of the aluminum ones, so that's cool. The only problem is, when I went to install the one on the right hand side of the bike, the 2 mount bolts are these 2 guys that hold the rear brake master cylinder, and this guy's stripped out. So I'm a little bummed about that. I was able to get this one out, no problem. This one's stripped out, so that's going to be a project for another day. I'll have to get the easy out and back this guy out and go find a replacement bolt. I might actually replace both of these with standard hex head, you know, a typical hex bolt, just to make it easier. This close, the thing was packed with sand. It was a pain to get that cleaned out alone, let alone, you know, trying to rely on an Allen bolt for something that's that tight on the bike. So I might just replace that with a heavy-duty hex head and forget the Allen head. But anyway, the plastic cover on this side actually does cover the master cylinder, which I kind of like. Keeps my boot from hitting that, and just like the other side, comes up the aluminum subframe slightly and will wrap up to about here, and it's the same blue as all the other graphics and plastics and everything like that. So really easy, just those 2 bolts and a couple of zip ties, but that little bugger is keeping me from getting it done. So anyway, also got new plastics, a lot of them. The rear fender, the mountain bolts were cracked, so it was kind of floppy and misaligned. Again, from whenever it was laid down or whatever, the subframe kind of tweaked slightly, and the rear fender took a beating. So before the rear fender was like jacked way over like this. So I was able to get that fixed and replace the rear fender. The number plates were dirt cheap, and this side, if you remember before, had a big gouge. Again, from when it was laid down, I suspect it was laid down on this side, and the chain cut into the side number plate, so it had a big kind of crescent shape cut out of it. So I replaced those. So new number plates, rear fender, seat. Front number plate is still the same, but as I was looking at it, the front fender before was really scratched up, and with new graphics going on, the front fender is really cheap. The radiator shrouds are really cheap, so I just went ahead and replaced those as well. The radiator shrouds were kind of bent before and had some pretty good crease lines, and you know, where the plastic was discolored and everything like that. So picked those up as well. Again, the front number plate, same as before. The lower fork guards are the same as before. Got the new graphics on there. I'm really pleased with the graphics kit. It was a cheap one, N-Style, very cheap graphics kit, but it was easy to install. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. The only problem area I ran into, and I don't know if you can see it on here, there's a tiny little hole right there. This was the first graphic that I installed, the first sticker I installed, and I got a little air bubble right dead center on the number plate. But I was able to pop it with a pin, so there's only a tiny little hole right there. I don't even know if you can see it. The rest went on really smooth. I mean, if there are bubbles, I can't see them. Still working out some of the glue on the edges. I gotta clean up with Goo Gone and stuff. But I'm really pleased. I mean, the graphics kit went on really easy. There was a lot of them, a lot of stickers. So it's just a process of going at it nice and slow, one step at a time. The tank graphics are pretty cool because it also has this graphic under here that covers up the lower part of the tank as well. Same on the other side. But it's really cool. I mean, it wraps up all the way around the fuel valve, gas tank cap there. I'm really pleased. No complaints there. You know, it's nothing flashy, but for my personal taste, I didn't want anything that was, you know, Metal Militia or Monster Energy or anything like that. I just wanted some generic, basic graphics that were clean, sharp looking, that I could maybe add some numbers later on if I do ever get to the track. But yeah, just a basic overhaul. You know, same wheels, same tires. I didn't replace anything there yet. Same pipe and exhaust. Oh, yeah, exhaust. One thing I had to add down here, a functional piece. I don't know if you can see it, had to do a new band clamp on that. There was none before, it was missing that before. So the pipes were just kind of slid together. It wasn't horrible, but I think I was losing some back pressure there, so got that clamped up. And a lot of friends tell me, don't do this type, and I had some guys say, sure, it doesn't matter. So I went with just this basic high temp kind with the band clamp on it. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I'll try something different, but for now, I'm good with it. So yeah, that's about it. Just a basic overhaul. Got the whole thing sharp, looking up good, and excited to get back out. I still got to fix that one bolt there and put on the frame guard. The graphics kit did come with graphics for the swing arm and for the upper front fork legs, but I'm holding off on those right now, and here's why. The rear swing arm graphics, guess what they say? Renthal. And to me that's a problem because I'm a Vortex guy right now, and so I just have this personal pet peeve with people who have Renthal graphics and Vortex bars, or Pro Taper bars and Renthal graphics, or you know what I mean. You know, I kind of locked myself in, Dunlop on there. I may or may not get Dunlop tires the next time I get them. We'll see what price, depends. But anyway, so I'm holding off on the rear swing arm graphics, and to balance out the look of Metal and Metal, I just left the upper graphic off of the upper fork arm. I think it's KYB for Kiava, so just left those off on the fronts there. So there are a couple more stickers I could add if I chose, but again, that's the bike. I'm pretty much done now. Once I get that fork guard on, I'm good to go on the bike. No real other changes to make. Again, I might mess with the seat cover again, just to see if I can smooth it out, get it a little tighter. But yeah, beyond this, anything that happens will be performance upgrades. Once I actually get to a skill level that demands performance upgrades, you know. Right now the bike has plenty of power, plenty of get up and go from my novice beginner level. But wanted to get it tightened up, cleaned up. I'm a big proponent of that old adage that if you look good, you feel good, you ride good, or race good in this case. So yeah, just figured I'd tighten up the bike a little bit, get it ready to go. And next video, hopefully, will be either at Croom, back at Croom with my friend Steve. We're trying to get out there as soon as possible, or potentially coming up here the end of the month is a motocross school day at Dade City Motocross. I'm actually very much interested in that. Get out with some other riders who know what they're doing, that can kind of look at what I'm doing, give me some pointers and tips and things that I can take back to Croom or take to another track and keep practicing. My ultimate goal, my long-term goal, is to get out on a track and spend some time out there and see if that's really what I like to do. So we'll see, but yeah, that's the new bike for now. Enjoy, like this video if you like it. Just click the little thumbs up. Feel free to share this video too, or leave a comment down below with what you think. Any riding tips, any thoughts, any questions. Again, this is an O2 YZ250, so if you have a similar bike and have run into things like, oh man, you should invest now in yada yada because it's gonna break on you, let me know. I'm curious. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know tips and pointers that make this whole process a lot more fun in the end. So thank you, thanks for watching, and catch up with you guys in the next video. Cheers.